playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Latino is taking you to another level.
What's poppin', my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. Now, how was y'all week? I know I was out for another week. I've been doing a lot, busy, running around, doing this, doing that, getting shit situated, but a lot happened this whole week that I really want to talk about. I couldn't wait to give my thoughts on these situations. Before anything, I want to say I got a lot of support from the last episode that I did with the Latin people. Should Latin people say the N-word or whatever the case is, right? And I got a lot of support. I got a lot of comments and messages on that. I even got a bunch of DMs talking about like, oh, I'm glad you actually did this episode because I was kind of feeling some type of way. Should I say it? Should I not say it? I opened some people's eyes with that conversation. So, I wanted to give another shout out to all the people that actually came in on that episode. Shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have done it without you guys. And remember, go follow them on Twitter. You feel me? But best believe I'm definitely gonna be doing more episodes with those people again. You know what I'm saying? With those guests again. So I'm definitely gonna be doing more episodes. Just got a lot of things lined up. You feel me? I'm back at Bodega Studios. You know what I'm saying? Right underneath the Goya Bean Factory. You feel me? I got, the engineer, one and twos and all that. But there's a couple of things I wanna mention first. Just wanna get everything out the way. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the new listeners. Shout out to all the people hitting me up on the voicemail. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of voicemails and questions and stuff, but for some reason, I don't know why, but I can't just transfer them from the computer back to audio form or whatever. So until I figure that out, that's when I'll start answering your questions in the end of the shows and all that. Also, another thing, if you guys like what you hear on my on my podcast, go to my YouTube channel. I also do some deep dives down there that I'm not including on my podcast or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So remember, do that, and you know what I'm saying. Just follow me there. Also on Instagram and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been very active on that too. So let's go with the first thing before we go into the main episode, which is the interview with Martinez, which you guys also have to go follow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. We had a great, wonderful interview. But before we go, I want to give my little thoughts or whatever, before, we jump into that interview. Liam Neeson, that guy from Taken, Liam Neeson, he came out with in an interview that he was doing for his movie Revenge. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a pun. I'm for real. He was he was doing interviews for his movie, and for some reason, right in the middle of the goddamn interview, I forgot what the interviewer asked him. He just went out of fucking nowhere and gave his opinions on what he did based on Revenge or something like that. I'm actually gonna see if I could put up the clip right now.
I'll tell you a story. This is true. I'm not going to use any names, but I was away and I came back and she told me she had been raped but she handled the situation of the rape in the most extraordinary way. But my immediate reaction was, I asked, did she know who it was? No. What color were they? She said it was a black person. I went up and down areas with a cosh, hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that. And I did it for maybe a week, hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, you know, so that I could kill him. And it took me a week, maybe a week and a half to kind of go for that.
All right, and then from there it goes on that he said that he feels sorry and all this other stuff, and he never admitted it, and you know, he changed in that interview. He goes like he changed and all that, but let's first of all, fuck all of that. Let's keep it 100 right now. Let's keep it 100 right now. At that moment, throughout that whole week, while he was going on his little vigilante run with a, you know, crowbar or whatever, cush, whatever these motherfuckers, whatever. While he was going on his little vigilante run, and he would have encountered the black person, he would have killed him. At that moment, he wouldn't give a fuck. He was like, yeah, I did what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I did exactly what I needed to do. I did exactly what I sought out to do. And I bet you $100 if they would have interviewed him right after, he would have just invented some bullshit story like George Zimmerman, some bullshit story like every other cop killing some other black person. Get the fuck out of here. At that moment, you thought you were doing everything in your right to do what you wanted to do. Get the fuck out of here. First of all, that was a hell of a power walk for a whole week. You were pissed off for a whole fucking week, my man. And then after a week, you were just power walking. You power walked your racism away. That's some hell of a power walk. God damn. My man said, I'm going out for a walk. And for a whole week, he was just been power walking, and then he just power walked his racism away. Like, what the fuck? What kind of science is that? You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I really feel like he probably did encounter some black people. But this is the thing. He didn't. This is not the movies, all right? You don't got a special set of skills. You probably got a special set of like racist skills, but you don't got a special set of skills where you're gonna start just manhandling, beating up 3 black people at once. You know what I'm saying? You probably got scared and wanted to do something, and then you just ended up leaving. You know what I'm saying? That's what ended up happening. And I don't want to hear no apology from no former racist, but in the end of the day, my man's a white supremacist. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If he apologizes or whatever, because if he would have went out and committed those acts at that moment until today, let's say he would have killed a black person until today, from that moment till today, he would have just said, yep, I was in the right. You feel what I'm saying? He would have been like, yep, I was in the right, and then would have waited 100 years from now when his journal got revealed saying that he actually was in the wrong and all this other shit, like, you know, that racist white supremacist woman who had Emmett Till killed, she ended up confessing that, oh, it was all a lie. You know what I'm saying? It was all a lie. He never really whistled at me and all this other bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But that's something that we really gotta, you know, watch out for. We really gotta dig deep. We really gotta, you know, be aware, because there's, you know, like I said, it's not, I don't put all white people in a bag. I don't put all white people saying that they're white supremacists, but we have to be very wary. We have to be very, very aware of what the fuck is going on. We gotta understand the climate that we're in, and people like that, oh nah, he just does movies, he doesn't believe in that, he's in Hollywood is liberal and all that other stuff. Guess what? My man just showed his ass and showed his face and showed his actions and what he thought, saying that, yo, all this other bullshit goes out the window. I'm white first. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's actually crazy where he actually felt like he had the right to do that. What makes you feel like you have the right to do that? Like, nobody's gonna stop me. Who the fuck is gonna stop me? You know what I'm saying? That means that you know you got privileges and protections out here, knowing set aside for you to commit whatever you need to commit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that shows. That's what that shows. And that basically confirms that he's a white supremacist. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the second thing I want to talk about, and then we're going to go on to this interview. The second thing I want to talk about is there's one more thing I just want to touch on, but whatever. The second thing I want to talk about is that Empire Jessie Smallette dude. So it got revealed yesterday that all of this, him being attacked by, white supremacists, all of this was bullshit. All of this was bullshit. So what ended up happening was the police ended up catching the two Nigerian people, right? There were two black people that ended up beating him up, right? They ended up catching them, and we thought they were going to go to jail, but ended up not going to jail. The cops was like, no, we're releasing them, and we're going to follow up a further interview with Jessie. Jesse ends up getting lawyered up. He ended up going get lawyered up. If you're a victim, why would you get lawyered up? You know what I'm saying? It means that this story does not add up. I said a couple of weeks ago that this whole Jessie Smollett story does not add up. First of all, you in Chicago at 2 in the morning, my nigga? What the fuck? You in Chicago at 2 in the morning, B? Alright. You Chicago 2 in the morning. At that time, it was like negative 55 degrees. What the fuck are you doing outside? Going to Subway out of all places. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get Uber Eats. You're not gonna get you know what I'm saying? Alright, so you go to Subway, whatever. And now 2 white people with masks are just walking around with a random noose, and they're gonna spot you and say, aren't you that Empire faggot N-word? You know what I'm saying? And I said, wait a minute, hold up. Hold the fuck up. First of all, no Trump supporters are gonna be watching Empire like that. You know what I mean? And on top of that, why would they go to a Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning with a random noose and just say, oh, we found the only black person out here? You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's gay. You know what I mean? He plays a gay character. I didn't know he was really gay in real life. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was just, he's an actor. You feel what I'm saying? So, they just say, oh, because you're gay and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, wait a minute. This shit doesn't even add up. How would they know he's gay unless they really follow him? You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, then the letter being sent to Fox, all that shit didn't add up. And I even said it. I'm like, I'm gonna stay shut with this one because I want some more information to come out because all this shit doesn't add up. And guess what? We ended up finding out that all of this was basically some bullshit. These 2 Nigerian cats got paid out like $3,000. They flew to Nigeria or something like that. They stood there and they were waiting for the other half of $4,000. And they couldn't wait no more for some reason. Got into a flight, came back, and that's where they got caught in the airport. Because they needed to get paid out $4,000. God damn. And then when they raided one of the guys' houses, they got pictures with Jessie. They got audition tapes and all this other shit. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? If you're gonna make some bullshit up, at least make it believable. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, B. So all of this shit didn't even add up. You know what I mean? And then now my man's being lawyered up and all that. And I really want to know. This is not Jessie right now is being like the face of it, but I know there's more players behind it. there's a lot going behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but this seems like there's more people pulling the strings. You know what I'm saying? And if he gets indicted, I would really want to see who else is, you know, pulling the string. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to know, like, who's really behind this whole shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's what it is. And the third thing is, Gucci came out with a blackface sweater. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys didn't see that, Gucci came out with a blackface sweater. Everybody went crazy. They pulled it out, saying we apologize and all that. T.I. and 50 Cent and a bunch of other prominent black people went on a boycott of Gucci, saying, yo, we're not going to support Gucci, whatever the case is. And Floyd fucking Mayweather, this motherfucker goes and says, I don't care, I'm gonna still spend money on Gucci, and went and spent $300,000 on Gucci. Oh my fucking god. If that's not a coon, I don't know what is. Are you fucking kidding me? And on top of that, T.I. makes a diss track on to Floyd Mayweather, which is cool, but in the same time, yo, that shit was basura. That diss track was garbage. That shit was trash. If you're gonna do something for the culture, at least fucking do it for the culture, make it hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was trash. But that's basically just my thoughts on those three things that happened that I wanted to talk about and give my little takes on. So before we go into the interview, I want to give you guys some background. Burr Martinez is a YouTuber that I discovered by somebody sending me a video. One of her videos went super viral. A bunch of people started making think pieces on it or whatever, and I believe the video was called why Latinas date black men, or why they don't date black men, or something like that. I forgot. I'm fucking that up right now. But one of her videos went super viral, and she just basically started exposing the racism in the Latin community. They sent me the clip. Somebody sent me, somebody personal, a personal friend of mine send it to me. She was like, I don't know how to feel about this. Here you go, I feel some type of way. I know that she's being truthful, but also in the same time, I don't know how to feel about it. So, I explained, after I watched the video, I explained to her, like, she's basically just being raw. I ended up watching a lot of her videos. Her name is Burr Martinez. Her YouTube channel is going to be linked on this podcast. So I ended up watching most of her videos, and I said, yo, I really like her. I really, really, really like her, because she reminds me of the girls I grew up around, in my block. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot straight forward, no filter, just basically just talking how it is. You know what I'm saying? So I really like her I really like that about her. So I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. So I kept on watching. I actually subscribed. I kept on watching her videos, and most of her videos, most of them started in the car, and now it's like in her kitchen or whatever the case is. And she's like very upfront and blunt about it. And anyway, I became a fan. So I just shot my shot out there and said, yo, I would really love to have an interview with her. Shot my shot. Guess what? It worked. And I got an interview. So a big shout out to Burr Martinez. And this is our interview. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. So I got a very special guest today. I got Burr Martinez here. How you doing?
What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? Burr Martinez in the motherfucking house.
Yeah, I love the energy already.
Hey.
Now, the reason why I brought her here today is because I love her raw takes on certain topics, and especially when it has to do with racial issues, and she keeps it real. She keeps it raw. She doesn't, sugarcoat anything. And love it or hate it, this is what she does. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I brought her here. And before I even brought her here, just for disclosure, I became a fan of her before anything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Erica, how you doing?
I'm good here in cold California for one time. It's never cold over here except today, and everybody freaks out when it's cold.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could imagine. So before we get into anything, let the listeners know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Erica, also known as Bird Martinez. I'm just a regular Mexican-American girl that lives in the hood and got a YouTube channel and just talked her shit, and then people got mad or got happy. Some became fans. I don't know what the fuck they want to do. But love me or hate me, I'm here talking my shit. That's what I do.
And that's why we have you here today. So with that being said, I got introduced to you because of your take on black men dating Latinas. So that's how
that was a big one.
Yeah. That's how I got introduced to you. And to be completely honest, somebody, sent me your video and they're like, yo, look at this. Look what she's talking about. I don't know how to feel. I feel some type of way. And I saw the video and I'm like, there's nothing really. She's just saying her opinion. And after I saw your video and, somebody sent it to me, that's when I started seeing the think pieces on what they thought about your video and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is getting some traction. Hold on. Like, this is actually hitting some nerves. So going into it, what made you want to actually talk about those type of topics? Like that topic itself, why?
Okay, so at the beginning when I was like getting views, when I got like 1,000 views, somebody under my comments, it was like a Mexican guy. He was like a Chicano. He always kept talking about how black girls always want him and like they bug him and they're trying to get at him, and he's like, no, I would never date a black girl. Like, I wouldn't do that to my own race because he's Mexican. He's like, that's a downgrade. So he was like a fan. He kept like leaving comments. I guess he thought I felt the same way about black people. And he's like, Bird, can you make a video about Latinas dating black men? And I said, what do you want me to say? And he's like, well, just talk about it, how it's a big deal and we don't want our Mexican women messing with black men. And I was like, oh, I know where he wants to go. I'm like, okay, so I'll talk about it, but I don't think you're going to like it. But anyway, so I talked about it, and I remember the story with my mom, because I always tell my kids and my husband the same story. I think that's how it touch people's nerves, because it's not fake. It really happened. Who really said that? And when I I made a video, the guy, he's like, so you're with them. You're a mayatera lover. You love mayates. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you even talking to me like this? Like, he like left all these hate comments, and I was like, well, only because I didn't say, oh, black people, and we shouldn't. He thought I was gonna say what he wanted, but I said my story, how I felt, and what I really tell my daughter is like, if you guys ever say like a black guy, I don't give a fuck. Like, you guys can fuck whatever you guys want as long as he treats you good.
Yeah.
And then even people from here, from the liquor store, they look at me weird. Like, they think I'm like, how do you call it, like a black people lover? I don't know what the fuck they look at me like. And even my daughter's school, the little girls, they every time they see a black boy passing by my daughter, they're like, oh, you like him? You like him? Like, people are crazy.
Wow.
They think like all these things just because of that damn video. But it was like, I don't even regret it, because I got so many comments of people telling me, like this man, he told me that his mom is Mexican and his dad is black.
Yeah.
And his mom died already.
Yeah.
But because his mom got pregnant from him. They kicked her out when she was 15.
Oh, wow.
So he never got to meet his family from his Mexican side just because her mom fell in love with a black man. Like, damn, it's that deep. It's that deep.
Yeah. And the thing is that I tell a lot of my black friends, a lot of even my talk to my Latin people, that there's a lot of deep systemic racism in the Latin community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of deep systemic racism. And the thing about that is that it comes from ourselves, the Latin people in our country being enslaved, and then us thinking that being white, being close to white, it's something good. It's something, something that we should actually be striving for. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's how it is.
Yeah. And
that's how we think.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there's a term in the Latin community. A lot of Latin people don't like to say it, but there's a term which you actually mentioned in one of your videos, mejorando la raza, right?
Yeah.
So there's a term for that. And for those who don't know, mejorando la raza really means bettering your race, basically lightening yourself up, because systemically, a lot of Latin people are trying to get away from their African roots and from the Native American roots. So when did you come to the realization that you're like, wait a minute, there's a lot of racism in my own community. I want to be something different. When did you actually start saying, like, wait a minute, this is wrong?
Well, when my mom told me that they couldn't come to the house with a black guy, like, it really opened my eyes, because my mom's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, she's a good person. I know everybody wants to say that she's like a racist lady or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's really a good person. Like, she will help anybody out, So for her to say those words to me,
yeah,
I was like, this is weird. And then another thing that I didn't even know, was that my sister, when she was like 6, she wanted a dog from the swap meet. And the dog was black, like a little black dog.
Yeah.
And my mom would not buy it for her. And she told me, she's like, Erica, do you know that one time my mom wouldn't buy me the dog because she said it was black? So then I have to, like, wait till another week and then find when there was a dog, the same one, but a white one, then she bought it. So when she told me a thing about the black thing, I was like, that's wrong. How many people do black people I go to school with? And I could relate more to them, because to me, they're not black. They look brown to me.
Yeah.
So when people call people black, it's like, what the fuck? We're all the same. And I just hated it. I just hated it when my uncles and everybody, like, negros and negros. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm not going to be like that. And everybody's like, oh, well, if you love black people so much, why is your husband Mexican? Okay, why the fuck am I going to force myself to a black guy if they never liked me? I'm not going to, like, just go with a black person because, get my mom laugh. I'm going to go whoever I love. So I'm different because I don't want to keep the thing going, give that to my children so they could hate people for their colors and might marry somebody light because they're going to mejorar la raza.
Yeah.
All that bullshit, because that's just been around for so long. And I know it's not going to change. Racism is always going to be a thing. But, I mean, I could start by changing myself and my children for, like, the future generations.
Yeah. Like, the thing about it, I'll do an episode explaining why there is such racism in the Latin community. That's another episode for another time. But just to give the short answer, the thing is, there's no difference. This is what I tell a lot of Latin people, especially my, Dominican people, when I interact with them. There is no difference from the Black and Latin community. No difference whatsoever. No difference whatsoever. There's, historically some differences, yes, but outside of that, there's no difference whatsoever. In the end of the day, white people still see us the same way how they see black people. There's no difference. So this whole me hating you and all this other stuff just because you're black and all that other stuff, in the end of the day, white people are going to still treat us the same. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yep.
the thing about that is that I found that Latin people who want to actually be appreciated by white people a lot more will actually take a lot of abuse from white people, but still hate black people. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, my husband, he tells me all the time how he works with different people. The one that gets farther, like the Latino that gets farther, like manager and everything, is because they be kissing white people's ass. And then they work with like black people, and they just like look at them less. Like they won't help them out or for anything. Like let's say like they need a day off, or something, they'll say no just for the fact that they're black. And then a white person, they don't even, like it could be like a white girl, just because they think they're like better or something, they'll even help them get those days off. And he tells me all the time, like, man, I'm so tired of this. And I'm like, well, just hang on, man, we have to eat. And he's like, well, I just hate it how it still keeps going and keeps going. And even when I used to work, I always had to do it, like, I felt like I was selling out, because I felt like, oh, I'm trying to get up, move up, but I have to kiss this white person ass that I hate, because I know how you look at me. You look at me like I'm stealing, I'm doing something bad, and I'm just being Mexican,
Yeah.
How do they just, you walk into a store and they say, oh, well, we're all the same, but you see the fucking white lady staring at you. I even had to get all crazy on the white lady one time because she was just behind us with a little mirror checking on us to see if we were stealing.
Wow.
And we were just walking. Yeah, like, I even called the manager, and I told one of my friends, and she like called corporate and all this stuff. She got mad. She said, check the videos. She was standing right there looking at them. They were just a Mexican family with me and my 3 kids, and we weren't even doing anything. But just the fact, because we're brown, we can't even go to a store that has expensive items. Oh, I don't want to
Wow. 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 That's crazy. That's crazy.
But it's like an everyday thing right there.
Yeah, and the thing is, what baffles me a lot is, especially here in America, there is a classification when it comes to Latin people. A lot of Latin people, they like to classify us as white when we don't really get the white people benefits. You know what I'm saying? They like to classify us as something else, but that's non-white, and anything else that's non-white but white. They like to classify us as that, and that's a deliberate trick, because we as Latin people, most of us wants to be close to white as much as possible, and once we see that, we go like, oh, okay, so we're actually close to them. We actually are them. You know what I'm saying? But that whole thing is a whole trick. And a lot of Latin people that I've spoken to, a lot darker than me, will swear to you up and down that they are white. And they're like blacker than my iPhone, but they're like, yo soy blanco. And I'm like, yeah, my man, no, you're not. But,
no, you're not.
But now I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on that? Latin people who classify or see themselves as white.
That just pisses me off. I'm ashamed of those people. I'm embarrassed for them. They should just go back in their mom's vagina or something and come back and just get another brain. Because how are you consider yourself a white person if obviously you're Latino?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's light Latinos, I know that, but you are not white. And it pisses me off when I get under my comments you're a white Mexican. How am I white? Am I a white Mexican? Like, look at your hair straight. Well, this is my fucking native Indian hair. Like, these are my features. How am I white? Oh, you're too light to be Mexican. You're a white Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, I look lighter enough because it's winter in California, and I don't really go out because I don't like the cold. But once the sun hits my face, I get browner and I get better looking, and I just hate it when people, like my husband's cousin, she got married with a freaking white boy just to have a white baby, and her baby came out brown, and I laugh at her. You know? But when I got pregnant, she said, she came to the baby shower, she's like, your baby's gonna come out brown, ill. And I was like, who cares if my baby comes out brown? My husband's brown and I'm brown.
Yeah.
My baby came out like a nice caramel, beautiful color, and she purposely got married to a white boy and she still had a brown baby.
Yeah.
Like, she considers herself white, but she's not white. She just like looks like one of those Mexicans. They call her China Pueblana.
Yeah.
Where they're from Puebla, they have like they look kind of Asian.
Yeah.
But she still has like the features of a Mexican, but she swears to that she is white because she's married to a white guy now. So she even thinks she's more white now.
It's funny.
But, you know,
yeah, it's funny because see, the thing is, I don't know if you since I reached out to you, I don't know if you were listening to some of my episodes or whatever, but I said it time and time again that the whitest Latin person, the whitest Latin person, they will still, if they take a genealogy test, they will still, the lowest you'll probably ever get is 35 to probably 30% Native American. You will not get nothing lower than that. And you could be white as a driven snow. You will not get lower than that. The reason is because Native American and Latin people, you know, well, Latin is just a classification of ethnicity. That's all it is. But native people, we all share the same blood. You know, we all share the same traditions and everything else, especially also with, you know, African people. We all share the same thing if you look historically. And the thing that I find that when I tell my Latin people, what do you classify as? Like, put down. What do you put down? And they tell me white. What else? Because I'm not black. And I tell them, have you ever looked at the one drop rule? Are you, Eric, are you aware of the one drop rule?
Mm-mm.
So, America put this, you could probably Google it after this, but the one drop rule means if you have, I think, 1/5 of African blood, you're considered black. No matter what.
Oh.
No matter what. So when, I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Revenant, but in that movie, they will refer to Native people, Native Americans as tree niggers. That's how they would refer to them. And they would use that reference on and off to Native people. They would call them black, negros, niggers. They will do, you know, on and off with black people and Native people. So they would see them as the same. So when I tell them, listen, if you have more than 30%, screw all that 1/5. If you only have 1/2 of African blood or Native blood, based on the one drop rule in America, you're considered black. To them, that blows their mind. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell them you shouldn't put down the white because you're not only confusing yourself, but you'll start actually treating your people the way as you see white people treating them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the whole classification thing?
I don't know, like I didn't even know that existed with the whole one drop thing. I didn't know that if you had how much did you say?
I think what I believe is one. You could probably Google it right now. I believe the last time I checked, it was, I think if you have 1/5 African blood, you're considered black. That was a rule that they implemented, I believe, in the Jesus, in the 70s, I think. No, not in the 17s,
Yeah.
but 1700s, I believe. Was it 1700 or 1600?
That's crazy.
Did you Google it?
So, no,
Well,
okay. But
yeah.
but like if you hold on. So people, they're doing the same thing that white people are doing to their own. They're doing the same thing that white people do to the Latinos, or the Latinos are thinking that they're white,
Mm-hmm.
and they're treating their own Latinos like if they were white. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Basically, yeah.
I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with how people get raised, you know? And even like me, when I got raised with my mom trying to be racist against black people, I always felt like when I went to the store or something, the Mexicans, they would look at me and they saw me talking in English, and they looked at me like, oh, is she going to talk to me? Because I never felt like I was better than anybody else. I feel like even though some other Mexicans might be darker than me,
Mm-hmm.
we're all the same. Like, I don't know. I just wish that everybody would just get along and stop thinking so much about race. If we're just all human beings, you know?
Yeah. See, the reason why I started my podcast and everything else is because I saw this big confusion in the Latin community. I saw this big disconnect in the Latin community. So that's the main reason why I started this whole thing. And I don't like to call this whole thing racism. I like to call it white supremacy, because that's the system that we live in. And I always, talk about that and harp on that and stuff. But it's something very interesting that I saw in one of your videos where you talked about colorism in the Latin community. And to be completely honest, I only experienced it from my family members who are way darker than me, experiencing that. And you talked about one of your experiences, and to me that was like fascinating and interesting in the same time. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Let me think. That one time when I was walking with my friend, and so there was this girl, right? She was really dark, like, well, not dark, like pretty dark, like brown, kind of like me.
Yeah.
But then that time she was a little darker. She had just came from Mexico. And then there these other two girls that they were twins, and their sister, I guess they had the same boyfriend or something, so they had beef with them. And so I was walking with the one that she just came from Mexico, and she had the long hair. She was very beautiful. And then the other girls were like screaming at her, like, pinche India, pata rajada. And I was just looking around like, you bitches look the same. Like, what are you talking about calling her India if you guys look the same?
Yeah.
And then my whole life, it's always been like, oh, Erica, I was sitting in class. Oh, we're going to do the native, the Thanksgiving thing. And they would be like, oh, here, Erica, you look like an Indian. You're going to be doing the Indian part. And all my other friends, the light-skinned girls, they would do like everything else. But I always been the India, always in my life. And every time, like, there's like family things, I was always like the darker one. I know people think, oh, you're not dark now. But when I was little, I was always the darker one. And I always got treated so differently than my other cousins because they were lighter and prettier than me. And I hated it. I hated being dark. I always wanted to be light. And I always saw the novelas that everybody had like blue, green eyes and blonde hair. And so one time I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make myself lighter. So I went in the bathroom, got a little towel, put some bleach on it, and I started rubbing it all over, especially behind my legs where the knees at.
Yeah.
I started putting, because that's where I have like darker spots. I don't know why. And I just started putting all over my body so I could get lighter. So I wasn't getting lighter, obviously, because that's not how it works. And my mom walks in, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, because I hate being dark. So then she gave me a big speech, and then she called my godmother, and she was like telling me, oh, you're beautiful the way you are. You don't even need makeup. You know me, I'm lighter. I'm going to age faster. You're not going to age as fast as me. And she kept talking to me how beautiful brown skin is. And It took me like 18 years to even notice that I had nice skin because I always thought like the lighter girls were better than me. Even when my husband got with me, his ex-girlfriend's lighter. She's like a light-skinned Mexican.
Yeah.
And I was always like jealous of her because she was prettier than me. He's like, oh, if I wanted to be with her, I would have stayed with her. I like you because of how you are and how you look. I was attracted to you for your skin too. And I was like, but you had her. She was so much prettier than me. She was so much lighter than me. I still felt less than her just because she was lighter than me. But that's because of mentality. Growing up all my life, people kept telling me, or well, like what I saw was people love lighter Mexicans and or white girls rather than me because I felt like I was this ugly Indian-looking bitch. Even though now as I grew up, now that I'm a woman, I see like shit. My skin is beautiful. Look at me. I don't even have that many wrinkles. And I'm only gonna feel, this year I'm gonna be 33. You know? No, like my friends, the lighter girls, I see them like the other day I went to pick up my daughter to middle school, and I guess one of the girls works there, and she looked at me and I looked at her and I'm like, do I know you? This kind of looks familiar, but like she's aging, and then I'm like, how old are you now? She's like 31, but I feel older. I'm like, damn, bitch, like she got older like faster. I don't want she's going through stuff, but
Yeah.
I love my skin. I love my motherfucking skin. I love it. I love it. And I'm like so proud to be who I am.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So you really like took bleach and try to like lighten yourself up
Yeah, I really got the big
wow.
like chloro. We call it
Yeah.
chloro.
Yeah.
It was chloro.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
That's sad.
Yeah, yeah, because I know it happens, and the thing is, you mostly hear about it in the Black community. You don't hear too much about it in the Latin community, and if we actually look deep into it, it actually does happen. It's not something that it doesn't happen. It happens to anybody that is that has melanin. You know what I mean? So it does happen. Yeah. So tell us about how I think your mother-in-law, how she treated you different from was it your husband's brother's white girlfriend or something like that?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So my brother-in-law, he likes white girls. That's his thing. He's tried fucking with Mexicans. But
he's a traitor?
For like a day.
He's a traitor? Is that what you're saying?
I swear, he has a white baby mama, a white girl baby mama, right? Oh my god, he's like crazy. That's his first. That was the first month he got her pregnant or something.
He wants to lock this in then. He wants to make sure.
He was really in love. Yeah, he was really in love, and it was like even his other primo, because this white girl likes cholos.
Oh, okay.
She already has another baby daddy, so that guy's Mexican, and now she's with this guy. She just loves that, brown chorizo. So, when I got with my husband, the first day that I stayed home alone with my mother-in-law, she just went in the room. She didn't even say anything. She just went in the room, looked at me, and she's like, "The tide is right there. The bleach is right there. Go wash my son's clothes." And I'm like, "What the fuck? I've never even washed clothes. My mom worked in a dry cleaners all her life, so I didn't have to worry about that."
Yeah.
And then she just told me, make sure his food is ready, clean the house. And she's like, my friends would try to come and visit me. And she's like, well, you're a married woman now. You can't have friends. And this and that. And I had to ask to get the phone, because I didn't have a cell phone back then. And she would hide the phone from me so I couldn't talk to my family. It was crazy. She was psychotic. A lot of mother-in-laws are like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she was extra crazy.
Jeez.
I know. So then when my brother-in-law brought the girl, that girl came in with a baby. her baby was like 3 months, and she just put the baby from the car seat and put it in the living room and went inside the room with him, and they just started fucking. Like, they just started
What?
fucking. She started moaning and, like, straight up sex in there, and the baby is, like, beeping, and we're just like, what the fuck? Are we supposed to take care of this baby, or what the fuck is going on? So that day passed, whatever. Then I guess they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and she came to eat. That day I cooked, and she was just like in love. Like, she doesn't know how to speak English, but she learned real motherfucking quick with her ass. She's like, you want food? You want
Wow.
what you want? What you mean?
Wow.
Like, offered her all the food, and that girl didn't even like our food. She just made a face, and she's like, oh, no, or whatever. I just didn't like it right there, because first of all, when people are offering you food, either just try to hide the food, spit it out, or pretend that you like it. Don't make a fucking face, because I know I make bomb ass food. So she was tripping.
Yeah.
So then she started living with him, and I know they couldn't fit because they had like one room. And she went to work. No, her first day here, he went to work, and I told her, oh, you want to go to the park or something? Because before he left, he was cool with me. And he was like, can you tell her, like, hang out with her so she doesn't feel alone? I'm like, oh, you want to go to the park or something? She's like, no, I'm going to take a shower at my house. So she left. So that
A shower in her house.
When she went to work the next day or whatever, she had like a bunch of laundry. So then my mother-in-law, I see her folding her clothes, washing her clothes. And when I saw that shit, oh, my blood was boiling. She told me, wash his clothes. And I washed his clothes, not even knowing how to wash clothes back then.
Yeah.
And then she told him she washed her clothes and his clothes and the baby's clothes and folded the clothes. She didn't even tell her anything. She would just be on my ass because I'm like, oh, so you're not a little Mexican bitch who gives a fuck about me. But
Yeah.
then she's white. She feels like she has to, like, kiss her ass. And, like, I don't know. She did so much shit to his family. Like, she put her son in jail because supposedly he hit her. At the end, she was over there crying, get him out, he never hit me. But, you know, that's in his record forever.
Wow.
And she still forgave her.
Wow. That's insane. And see, that's the thing. In our community, we feel like it's for our children. We think that dating or marrying somebody white is like a come up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like praised. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like I heard this all my life. Oh, tú te casaste con un blanquito. Wow, mija. You know what I mean? It's like celebrated. You know what I mean? But
yeah, like.
But if we get with, you know, one of us or someone black, oh, what are they bringing to the table? You know, what are they doing? Like, what is their career? You know what I mean? But they never say nothing about nobody white. You know what I'm saying? They just because they're white, it's all good for this. They're all right. You know what I mean? And now moving that towards something that you know very well because you live in California. I don't know how well you know, but I'm just gonna ask it anyway. What is the deal with some of those Mexican gangs over there aligning themselves with white supremacist groups?
Well, I know here where I live.
Yeah.
I know that there's like a gang that's supposed to be called like brown, like it's supposed to be just Mexicans.
Yeah.
But there is white people. You know, there's a lot of there's like a lot of white boys that try to act Mexican. So now I feel like they call themselves caste or something.
Yeah.
But they're actually white, and they get together and they're like a big gang. But I'm like, isn't that gang supposed to be like brown, like Mexican?
Yeah.
And then we're like, it's like white boys and Mexicans, and then they say, oh, this is our barrio, no mayates. And like, you don't come over here. And like, I don't know, that's crazy. Like, how can you be united more to a white person than to and be against black people? If the white people don't give a fuck about you.
And the funny thing is that I remember I was speaking to one of these former Mexican LA gang people. You know what I mean? And they even said it. They basically admitted it to me that they don't their whole thing is not being Latin. You know, they're not about that whole Latino pride thing, because they won't accept Dominicans or Puerto Ricans into their thing. So I'm like, wait a minute. So it has nothing to do with being Latin. That's not your cause. It seems to me that you guys just are a gang and want to be around Mexicans and whites. That kind of doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because their whole thing is supposed to be like brown familia, right?
Yeah.
Like brown. And then what is a white person doing in there?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So I wanted to know, do you know, like, have you have any experience watching that, or do you know somebody that's in that and you got some takes on that?
Well, when I was younger, I went to like a kickback or whatever, because I don't know if you've seen the video where I was about to get jumped into a girl gang, supposedly, but it wasn't the girl gang. It was just the hoes of the guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because supposedly you're supposed to get jumped, and then you're supposed to. I didn't even know afterwards you're supposed to get fucked by one of them. But I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. But anyways, when I went to the little kickback, there was like a bunch of Mexicans, and there was like two white boys, and they were just talking, and then the word mayate came out like 10 times, and I was just like, Erica, do you really want to be about this life? Do you really want to be like in a gang where the people are being racist? They're not even being gangsters, because I didn't even know why I wanted to be a chola, but I thought if they looked cool. But all they do is talk shit and kill people for their color or their fucking street. And that's ridiculous, because here where I live, people get shot all the time, and it's over a fucking street. It's over like a block, or like I don't know what the fuck the whole thing is about, because I don't really know about all that.
Okay.
But I just seen, you know, people getting killed over a street, or I don't even know if it's a color or anything. But I have seen the white boys. Even me and my husband were laughing because the other day there was like a white boy getting chased by a Mexican guy, and they were supposed to be in the same gang. I don't know what happened, but they were like chasing each other down the street, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? The white boy was scared. I guess something happened. But I don't know about a lot of that, but I just know that I have seen the white boys with the Mexicans.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're against the black people. I don't know the fuck is going on with that, but that's sad.
Gotcha. And I know that you know you're in California, and you're very I don't know how close you are to that whole border wall thing or whatever, but what have you experienced anything about you know, go back to Mexico, or any racial you know, tirades against you because, you know, you're Latina and they think you're like, you know, an illegal immigrant or something?
No, but I've seen like the ladies, they're like, oh, don't go to the laundromat because ICE is there right now, or they get all scared. Like I seen the people being more scared. Like, you know, a lot of Mexicans right now, they don't even want to travel because they think they're gonna get stuck over there. And I'm like, but you have, you're a citizen though. They're like, no, but did you hear this person said that we can't go over there no more because even if you're a citizen, you can't come back? Like, they're really scared. And then I just feel like it's like a lot of the white people, they're with their big white, I feel like everybody has white trucks now for some reason. With the white flag.
Yeah.
I swear, ever since Trump, I know everybody's gonna get mad at me. Oh, don't talk about politics, bitch. You don't know nothing. But I know
that's my whole podcast, so don't even worry about it.
But I swear, ever since that shit, I see a lot of people with a lot of white boys with their big ass flag, American flag. I mean, I know you're proud and shit, and they're in a white truck with their fucking shaved heads, is chewing tobacco. And sometimes I park right next to them, and they look at me, but they act like they look through me, like I don't exist, like I'm not even good enough for them to even look at me.
Yeah.
To them. Like they might not say anything, but I could. You know how you feel it, the tension.
No, of
sometimes?
course.
You feel it. I feel it. Like when I pass next to one of those, you could tell them racist ladies or racist men.
Yeah.
Like they don't even smile at me. I smile at everybody. I'm like, happy and shit walking in the street or walking by a store. They don't fucking look at me. Like, I don't exist. They can't even stare at me because I don't know, I'm a fucking wetbag looking bitch, so they can't even look at me. I feel like they might not say anything. I might experience. Oh, I'm lying. I went to Costco, and my daughter, the youngest one, she dropped a piece of fucking gum, I think it was, or the wrapper of gum. And this lady, she was already leaving. She comes back, this white lady. She comes back, and she's like, "Can you please pick that up?"
Oh, wow.
This is not Mexico.
Wow. She said that?
I swear to God, I just remember that. She said, "Can you pick that up? This is not Mexico." Woo! My husband had to like hold my hand. And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me, you dumb bitch?" And I was already screaming at her. And my husband, he's like, "That's what they want. That's what they want. Don't do it. They want you to get crazy, you know?" And I'm like, "No,
yeah.
So he told me to calm down. And I was like, "Okay, I'll calm down." But I did call her dumb bitch.
Yeah.
But he's like, "That's what they want you to do." But how the fuck is it? I know this is not Mexico. Like, I know that, but you don't have to say that just because it was a piece of gum wrapper.
Yeah. What?
And my kid, she was like 6.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? I know this is not you don't want to get all political, but I'm gonna take it there just for a little bit. Yeah, like I just want to take it there just for a little bit. So what are your thoughts on Trump's border wall, and him saying that I don't like to say illegal immigrants because illegal immigrants is a cop-out. When people see you, they don't see illegal or legal. They don't know. You know what I mean? They just see Latin person. That's all they see. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at somebody, you wouldn't know if they're a citizen or not. So so I'm going to just rephrase the question. What are your thoughts on the border wall and Trump calling all Latin people murderers, rapists, and criminals?
Man, that gets me so pissed off. And I just can't believe how people can believe him. I don't understand how people could follow him. Because obviously people have to vote for him to be where he is right now. And growing up in the 90s, I would have never, ever imagined him being the president. I saw that day when my daughter woke me up and she's like, "Mommy, he won. Mommy, he won." I started crying. I knew it was going to be messed up. I knew it was going to be a fucked up thing. I knew it. And my husband's like, "No, it's not a big deal. No, presidents are just presidents. They get told what to do. They're just like the face to the president, but they have no power."
Yeah.
And then with this whole wall thing, I'm like, what about this? What about this? He just wants that. So when he has that fucking wall, this is my motherfucking legacy. I did this to this country. He just wants to prove that he did that shit because he wanted to put sus pinches huevos. Porque he wants everybody to think, "Oh, this is going to make America great again." Bullshit. There's always going to be, I'm not saying, "Oh, let all the fucking immigrants in," or whatever. But there has to be control with that. But a wall is not gonna fix anything.
Yeah.
It's just making everybody against each other.
Yeah.
It's just making people more fucking racist. It's crazy. Like, wrong.
Yeah.
And like all this fucking money for what?
Yeah. Do you the way I see, let's say in a scenario, I'm just giving a scenario. I know it's not gonna happen. Hopefully it doesn't. But in a scenario, he does get the wall. Let's say he gets the wall is built, right? Now, the way I see the wall is basically a symbol of white supremacy. That's how I see it.
Yep.
A wall is a symbol of white supremacy. The reason why I say that is because I'm always on Twitter and Instagram debating these racists on there when I make videos or comments calling Trump a white supremacist. And I point to that and they tell me that, well, you know, he's trying to stop illegal immigrants. And then when I tell them, did you know that the majority of illegal immigrants are actually Europeans and Asians, they don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? So
shut the fuck up.
Exactly, because I don't know. I made a whole video about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually looked at the numbers. Because whenever you talk about illegal immigrants, the first image that pops into your head is of a Latin person. True or not true? That's the first thing that pops into everybody's heads. We are labeled an illegal immigrant. That's it. Whenever you say illegal immigrants, that's the automatic thing that people talk about and think about. So when you actually do the research and you find out that Latin people that come here are only 3 million and Europeans are 5 million, that's when you're like, wait a minute, hold on. And then when you actually do more of the research and you find out that Asians are 12 million, how is the Mexican border wall going to stop the real immigrants coming into this country? You understand? So that's why I always say that the border wall in reality is a symbolism of white supremacy. It's not supposed to stop anything. It's supposed to be symbolic. So with that being said, what are your thoughts on the illegal immigration? Are you for it? Are you against it? Are you neutral? What are your thoughts on that?
I think illegal immigration is always going to be an issue. It's always going to be an issue because, like you said, it's not even about the Mexicans, it's Asians and, or Europeans. And then a lot of people come in with a visa, but just stay here. Like, my mother-in-law, she came in with a visa, her and her, 8 family members, and they stayed here. My mom, she crossed the border, she crossed the desert and all that. But see, people are always going to find a way. But like you said, the wall, now that I think about it, now that what you told me, it is like a white supremacist thing. And I know that people say, oh, well, Trump said that Mexicans are rapists or murderers. You can't just say that. You can't just say that and think that's okay. Like I said, my father, he got deported because he broke the law, and he ended up in jail and then in prison and then in federal prison. And I'm not even against that, because if you get the opportunity to work in this country and you don't follow the rules like my father did, guess what? Get the fuck out of here. Go back to Mexico. Because he fucked up. He had a chance. He fucked it up. So go away. We don't need that shit here. So yeah, I'm against illegal immigration, but I feel like it needs to be controlled. And if you break the law and stuff like that, you need consequences, just like everybody else, But
okay,
I like everybody.
Yeah, because knowing the history of immigration, it's it was used for a tool to go against the black community. You know what I mean? If that, again, that's another topic for another time. But if we really want to talk about the history of it, but going from that to, I believe I saw one of, not your latest, I think it was like a couple of days ago, Latinas dating white men. I had to watch it 3 times. I had to watch it 3 times. Can you can you break that down? Like what just break it down for us.
Okay, so when I was like 16, I got a job at McDonald's, and my manager. Well, I had 2 coworkers that kind of had a thing with me for me. My Mexican coworker and my white boy, Michael. That was his name.
Michael.
Michael. If you're hearing me, if you're listening to this, fuck you. Just kidding.
Michael. That's funny.
First, my Mexican coworker, he wanted a kiss or whatever. Well, first he was supposed to give me a ride home, but then he didn't give me a ride home. He took me to the top of the hill and getting all creepy on me, asked me for a kiss, and I said no, like just take me home. So then the next day, Michael told me if I could come into work at 12, and I told him
no. Wait, was Michael the boss?
Yeah, Michael was the boss. He told me if I could come home, if I could come to work at 11:36, at 12, and I said no because I get out of school at 11:36. And he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll pick you up. And then I said, all right, fine. Mm-hmm. So then he picks me up from school, and then
he takes you to the hill. No, let me stop. No,
he didn't take me to the hill. He actually took me to work. So then I walked into work with him, and I forgot the other guy's name. The Mexican coworker, he gives me like the stare down. Like, are you kidding me? You with me, and now you're with him. But it wasn't even like that. They were just giving me like.
Yeah.
So, and all the ladies in the back, the cooks, they were like, la Erika, ya anda de cabrona, ya anda de puta. Like, she's with Michael because he has a car. He had like a Sentra, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she liked him for his car, and because he's a manager, she wants to move on up, and they were just all mad at me, like, ugh. They were just angry and giving me the look. Mm-hmm. So then, one time, Michael told me, oh, you want to go to a barbecue at my house? And he was telling me how his grandma's Latina and how she speaks Spanish and she's from Spain and all this bullshit. And I was like, okay, fine. We'll just pick me up at my house. So then my mom looks through the window, and she's like, who's that? And I said, oh, that's Michael from work. And she saw that he was white, but she saw that he was a little older. I'm like, he's 18. And she's like, ay, pues ten cuidado or whatever. But she didn't see nothing that he was white. Like, she kind of liked the fact that he was white.
Yeah.
She even forgot about his age. Because if it was a Mexican 18-year-old...
Oh, it would have been over. It would have been over for you. It would have been over for you. Yeah.
It would have been over for me. So, we get to his house. I see a bunch of white people. There was nothing. I know people say that people from Spain look white, but the lady, the grandma that was supposed to be Spain or speak Spanish, she was a white lady. She didn't speak no Spanish. This motherfucker lied to me. Because I feel like a lot of people, white people, when I talk to them, they always say, oh, my Mexican friend, or I like tacos or some shit. Like, if that's supposed to be like a thing with me, like, I don't care if you like tacos.
Listen,
like,
to a white person, if you have an accent and it's like Latin, to them you speak Spanish. Oh, like, you speak Spanish to them. Like, oh my God, I got this Mexican friend over here. You know what I mean? To them, that's it. You speak Spanish. So to him, his grandma, like, that's it. She spoke Spanish, but in reality, she just probably had like a little accent.
Exactly. So then, that happened. So then I kept working. I think it was like the weekend we went on our break, and I was like, it was raining, so I got real close to him.
He's like, oh my God, you're so hot.
He's like, you're so cute, and not as bullshit. I was like, okay, fine. But I thought he was cute. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, he was cute. And he went for the kiss.
Uh
And
oh.
I'm just like, okay, we're doing this, Erica. And then like I touched his lips, and they were dry, and they were all little, and I felt like my lips were like all huge, like
Like
taking
sucking
over
his
his
face.
little ass. I felt like I was sucking his whole face. Like, oh hell no! Like, oh no.
That's
And
funny.
like, and then he smelled like cigarette. I knew he smoked cigarettes, but he never smoked around me.
Yeah.
So he smelled like cigarette, and like his lips were all little. I swear, I was like, get that, cause that shit was weird.
Yeah.
And then that was it. We didn't
Man,
have any spark
you
connection.
man, if you would have had a spark, your videos would have been way different. He probably he probably would have went at you on some like really racist shit, like, oh my god, come over here and clean my place, you know, your people like to do that, you know what I mean? He'll be like saying little passive racist shit, but wow, that's funny. So you never dated a white person before?
No. Well, that was the closest I ever got to dating a white person.
So you mostly dated Latin and black people?
Latin and black. I dated a black guy once,
Mm.
but I don't even think he liked me. I just think he was like trying to. I don't know what it was. I think he was trying to impress his friend. I don't know. But
Okay.
we never even got that far.
Got
I'm
it.
telling you, nobody even liked me. Everybody gave me just comments like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." Bullshit. I was the loneliest bitch on my life.
That's so. What made you wanna start your YouTube channel? What made you wanna just take your phone or your camera and just start, recording you in your kitchen? And by the way, you got a really nice kitchen. By the way, I always wanted to say that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What made you wanna record yourself in your kitchen and just start speaking your mind?
Well, I don't know. It was one time when I always made videos for my Facebook, like just for my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would make videos, like let's say when I would get into it with the white girl.
Mm-hmm.
I got into it like 3 times, and I would just rant on my Facebook like this fucking bitch, da, 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 da. And then or when I was like having a good day, I would just start making videos for Facebook. So all my friends were like, "Hey, you should make a YouTube channel." And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And I never got into it.
Mm-hmm.
So then one day I was like, fuck it, I made a regular video for my Facebook, but I actually uploaded it to my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started recording and posting them. I would get like 2 views. I'm like, fuck it. And I had like this one person that would always, I think the only reason he followed me because his last name is Bird. So he was like my only one fan. And I'm like, I'm going to make this video for you. And then I just, I just kept posting and that was it. I just did it for the fuck of it. Like,
Got it.
I told my kids one time, I'm going to make videos so when your kids have kids and I'm all old, they could look at me and be like, yeah, that's my grandma right there. That's my grandma.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So I don't know if you're aware how some of the algorithm on YouTube works, but when you're subscribed to a person and you like watch maybe 4 or 5 of their videos, other things start getting recommended, right? One of the recommendations that I saw was this white guy coming at you. And I was like, what? What? You know what I'm saying? And when I clicked on it, my man basically had nothing to say. He was just pissed off for whatever reason. And he called you ignorant like maybe 5 times. But when I saw that video, I'm like, listen, I know for a fucking fact that she's not going to stay quiet. So I literally went to your channel and started fucking looking for a response. I ended up finding it. But before I even say anything, tell us how you found out about it and why you decided to make a response video about it.
So when I made that video, this YouTuber who all he talks about is BBC. I didn't even know what the fuck BBC was. Do you know what BBC is?
First time I'm ever hearing it. I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Is that a porn category? I don't know.
There's this whole YouTube people that all they do is talk about how Americans are stupid and BBC are thirsty or whatever.
Okay.
And big black or whatever.
Okay.
So that's all they do, right? So when I made the Honduras video, this guy made a video about me, how I'm so stupid, I'm a ratchet bitch, and only black idiots would fuck with me, and that I have 3 baby daddies, and da-da-da-da-da. So in my comments, they said, hey, you know this person made a video about you. So I was like, what the fuck?
I was reading some of them. Yeah, I was reading some of them.
Yeah, so I went to the thing, and when I saw it, like somebody actually taking their time to talk about me and just stereotype the fuck out of me just because of how I talk, because of my hoop earrings, because of my face. I don't know what the fuck it is. But obviously, I'm in a fucking kitchen, so you don't see me in the fucking street doing anything bad. So when I saw that, I got I don't even get red. I'm brown. But I felt the redness going up to my head. I was like, this motherfucker. And I'm like, I'm right now that I'm pissed off, I'm going to just make the video. Fuck this fool. So I just put my phone right there next to the tapatio. And I was like, all mad. And I posted it. And then this other white boy, he started talking all this shit. And he made a video of my video. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to respond to you too, motherfucker. Fuck both of you motherfucking bitches. And then I just, made a video. And I'm like, fuck it. Fucking do whatever the fuck. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. And I'm, fucking grabbing my titties and doing everything. Fuck you guys. And I don't care. My husband was laughing. He's like, fucking Erica, you're crazy. He doesn't even get mad at me. He just thinks he's used to it.
That's funny.
So, yeah. I just felt like I had to respond to them because I feel like they just talk so much shit about so many YouTubers.
Yeah.
And so much, they're so racist. They don't even see it. They don't even see how racist they are.
Yeah, when I saw his video, talking about you, there was a lot of low key racist shit that he was going at you, saying, oh, she's really ignorant and all this. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa, because I bet you $100 he won't say that to a Whoa Vicky. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He wouldn't say that to the Catch Me Outside girl. You know what I mean? But
he wouldn't.
Exactly. So the thing is, when I was hearing him and his video, I'm like, this dude is literally low key wild racist, and I was getting pissed off for you. And but when I was obviously I was really late to the party because I saw the dates and I was like, oh, this is not even recent. Forget about it. But your response was hilarious, by the way. And I sent it to my cousin. We were both laughing. But so the thing is, with the amount of subscribers you have, and the amount of people, who actually interact with you, you actually do take a lot of time to actually interact with most of your fans. How do you do that?
When I go to my comments, and I go to the oldest, and I see most of my comments. I ignore some of them because I'm like, I don't even worth it. Before I used to go clap back. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I do too. But I feel like they're taking their time to watch little old me. And those people are like, oh my God, you responded to me. Come on, we're fucking human. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I feel like you take your time, I take my time. My kids go to school and I stay home. I'm a stay-at-home mother. And I clean my house and everything. I'm not on my phone all the time. But it takes 2 seconds, to respond to somebody. And I love to see a lot of my ideas come from the comments.
Really?
If I didn't read my comments, I would have never read that comment where the guy said, "Oh, what do you think about Latinas dating black men. If so, he it's not like that didn't happen to me. But he asked the question, so then I'm like, oh, I should talk about it. And then a lot of the videos is because people ask me because I listen to what people want to hear.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, we just want to learn about your guys' culture. I want to see your thoughts about this. I want to, So obviously, like YouTube is about the people. People will take their time to watch you,
Yeah.
but you have to kind of listen to them to know what people want to listen to know what people want you to talk about.
Yeah.
So I feel like I get viewers because I kind of read the comments and I listen to them and I respond to them.
Yeah. Because I know you're very interactive with your fans, and you don't see that with a lot of people. You know what I mean? You don't really see that with a lot of people.
I always try to comment on other people's things, and they never get back at me. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah. So I totally get it, but I really appreciate that you actually do that. I'm like, oh, okay, she's doing her thing, because you don't see that with a lot of people. They get mad, pissed off. They wear their sunglasses. They're like, no photos. You know what I'm saying? but it's actually, the thing is, this culture now, I'm seeing a very big transition into being real and raw, and I'm seeing a lot of people come out like that. And I think what a lot of people are gravitating towards you, it's your authenticity and your rawness. And to be completely honest, I want to keep on encouraging you and like keep on doing your thing. Don't stop. Whatever is working for you, keep on doing your thing, because that's what I do. There's no filter with me. I just say what I gotta say, and just if you don't like it, eat a dick. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. But if you look at some of my comments, I got a lot of racist people coming at me about way more different things, about other topics that I bet you they come at you about. But what is the most hated video you've gotten with people with negative comments?
I think it was that one, the Latinas dating black men.
Really?
It was that one. Yeah.
I know that drew a spark. That did, that drew that got some people heated.
Yeah, I even got like a comment. I deleted it, and it was like, "They're gonna get you. We're gonna get you, you racist bitch." He's like, "We're gonna get you and your mama. Just wait." He said, I think it was a guy. He said, "Just wait, just give it time. You're gonna get exposed, bitch. We're gonna get you and your mom." And I got a little scared. This was when I went to where was I? I was in LA. I was going to a concert, and I got a little scared because I was like, "What if somebody recognizes me?" Like, they got me that scared that I was even scared for real. Like, I've never been that, like, I never really cared what people say. But that comment, it was kind of scary. Like, we're going to get you, bitch. Like, you and your racist mom. And then just give it time. I don't remember what it said, like the exact words. Yeah. But it was enough to get me scared.
Yeah, it was threatening. Yeah. And the thing is, it got to the point where I get like maybe 5 of those comments or emails a day. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main reason why I even like to stay anonymous, is because of the topics that I talk about, my ideas, and trying to empower my community. And not only that, also have a pro-black stance. A lot of people don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to become a pariah, and you're going to become a target. And that's the main reason why I want to, I like to keep myself anonymous. You know what I'm saying? And they egg me on. Yo, you show your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really Latin. You're probably like, Australian or something like that. They be saying something stupid, but it's
because you sound educated. You sound like you read and you go through stuff. Like, you don't sound like regular. You sound like you you know what you're talking about. Like, even right now, asking me questions, you hit every subject on point. Like, you do your research and you know what you're talking about. So that's why people think, oh, because you know what you're talking about and you're educated, they think that you're all this white boy. Because they're not used to people, Latinos, knowing what the fuck is up. They always think that, oh, they're all ratchet or they're all ghetto. So that's why they talk shit.
Yeah. And I get that all the time. Like, because, you know, I'm from New York. So we got our own little, you know, we got our own little way of, you know, talking and dealing and doing whatever. But I get a lot of those where they're like, oh, you probably not even, you know, you're not even Latino and all this other shit. You don't even sound Latino, you know, shut the fuck up and all this other bullshit. I either I ignore it or I'd be like, you know what? Call up to the podcast. Like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you could go through my whole thing. You see, I have at least 3 debates. You know what I'm saying? And like some of them I didn't even release yet. You know what I mean? I still have some of them on the stash because a lot of people get a lot of white boys and white people get a little, you know, froggy and they want to actually pull up with some bullshit. And when I actually hit them with facts, that's when they're like, oh, that's when the name calling starts. Fuck you, you're a race baiter, blah, 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 and all this other bullshit. But before,
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, pretty much. But before we wrap everything up, tell the people where they can find you at.
They can find me on YouTube is Bird Martinez, and find me on Instagram. It's Mario and Birdie, Mario Mario with an H and Birdie. And my what else do I have?
I don't know. You tell us.
My Facebook is Erica Bird Martinez.
All right. Remember, guys, find her, hit her up. You know what I'm saying? She interacts with people. And Erica, thank you for coming in. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for teaching me new things. I'm more smarter now.
Yeah, not a problem. All right, guys. So that was the interview with Bird Martinez. Remember, guys, to find her, go to her YouTube, her Instagram. She interacts with people literally every other day. So just hit her up if you want some questions that you want answered or ask her anything, you know what I'm saying? And she got a lot of videos that I'm not triggering, but they're very interesting to watch to actually hear her takes on. And also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the same name, radical_Latino_. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.